Hi friends. Sometimes I say hi friends and then it cuts off, and other times I wait and I look stupid and then I say hi friends. So either way, hopefully you heard me say hi friends. So I thought, because I've been blogging for so long, I have a lot of health things that I've shared 10 years ago on my blog that I haven't made videos about because my internet was so slow I couldn't make videos back then. So I'm sharing about them now because I realize my kids are like, I can't find that. I thought you had a video on that, and I don't. And so they tell their friends about these items that we've used for 30 years or between, 10 and 20, 30 years, depending on when the product came out. And there's nowhere to share it with their friends. It's on my blog, but their friends aren't going to go look on my blog. They just, kids nowadays, they just want a YouTube video. So I'm sharing about a lot of the health stuff that we have used over the last many years. Some of the products are older that we've used for a long time. Some of them are newer that I have found over time. So the product I want to share about, and I've shared this with so many people who have sinus issues, sinus infections. They get a cold and it's a head cold and they can't get it out of their sinuses and it drags on for weeks and months. People who have allergies and then it becomes chronic because it's been in their sinuses for so long. I personally learned about this product because I had a shower leak and it went underneath my flooring into my subfloor and black molded. And when I chiseled it out, I had one of the little masks on. I didn't have a rebreather, like a respirator mask on. I just had one of those little kind that cover up. And the black mold would get in there as I was breathing it, and then it was moist. And so this black mold got into my sinuses and into my lungs, and I was really sick for a while. I had to sleep sitting up. I couldn't breathe. And I learned about ozone and how the ozonator killed the ozone in my lungs. It was accidental how I found that out, but I'll share that on another video. But so what I'm sharing about today is I got rid of the lung issue with the ozonator, but I didn't get rid of it out of my sinuses, and I just couldn't get it out of my sinuses. And if any of you watch my channel, you know that I believe in God and I pray, and when I pray for something, I usually get an answer, and God's really good to me that way. So you can say whoever you want gave me the answer, but I believe it's God. So I was so sick and I prayed. I couldn't breathe. It was just really stuck in here and bags under my eyes, and I couldn't breathe. And I was really concerned because I couldn't seem to get rid of this black mold. So I prayed. And this isn't the first time this has happened, where I said a prayer. I walked into a health food store. I walked right to the aisle I needed to walk to, and I would turn to the side of I needed to, and I would look at a product. And this is one of those products. And so I prayed. I went to our local health food store. I walked into the health food store, walked to an aisle, turned, and in front of me was this product. And I had never used any kind of nasal spray other than some steroids when I was first pregnant with my first. I had some sinus things and they gave me, I didn't realize at the time what I was taking, but would never do that anymore knowing what I know now. But this product was there and it was right in front of me, and there was a few other ones, but this is the one that really stood out to me. So I kind of went, okay, what's in it? So when I looked at what was in it, let me see where it says inactive grape. Okay. Grapefruit seed extract. Now, I just made a video about grapefruit seed extract, so watch that video, but it explains, I did a research paper on grapefruit seed extract, so I know grapefruit seed extract works. So when I saw that was the first ingredient, I was like, yahoo, okay, this is the product for me. I never even thought about putting grapefruit seed extract into a nasal spray. It didn't even occur to me. Olive leaf extract. Now, I know olive leaf extract is a natural antibiotic. I'm going to be making a video about natural antibiotics. Olive leaf is something I have used for years, and I know it works. So I was like, oh, this is awesome, this spray. And xylitol powder, and I believe this has wild indigo in it as well. Yes. So it has wild indigo, which I did not know about at the time, and xylitol, which I'd heard of but wasn't really sure exactly. So xylitol is something they use for mouthwash, eye wash, nasal washes. It's something that's typically used for that. Wild indigo, I did not I had never heard of it. I had never used it before. Since then, I have researched it, and I actually purchased everything that's in this. I already had most of it at home, but I actually went and bought some oiled indigo because if there was ever a plague or something, I'm a big emergency prepper. I'm not over the top like bunker over the top, but I believe in being prepared. So I went and I bought all the items in this bulk in case, because if there was ever something, I know this product worked. Like, I have a huge testimony this product works. So I bought it. I used it. It cleaned up the black mold in my sinuses. It was awesome. It was so great. Okay. Fast forward 6 months. I get a head cold. And I'm like, I wonder if that great spray would work on my head cold. Take it, start spraying, and I got an infection in my sinuses from the spray nozzle. I reinfected myself. I didn't read where it says only use for one illness kind of a thing, and don't reuse it. Once you're better, don't reuse it. And I didn't read that part of it, and I reinfected myself. And I am not rich. I'm very blessed. I have what I need. God's provided everything needful thing for me, but I don't have a lot of excess. And so I'm very frugal. And this bottle is like $13, $15, right? And it's got quite a bit in it. And I'm like, that whole bottle is now contaminated because I used it. So I had to throw it away. And then I had to go buy a new one to get rid of the infection that I had given myself by reusing the bottle. Because all these little plasticky things inside, the bacteria gets in them. Okay. So being frugal, I always figure a way out to be the most frugal. And I also wanted it as a backup for my kids. And if they got head colds and things like that. So, because kids are always coming home with sniffles. So I thought, what can I do to make a bottle last? Because I didn't want to contaminate the new bottle that I bought. Now, when I say I love this product, 1 new bottle, 2 new bottles, and this one still has the little plasticky on it. I wrote on it because I gave it to my mother, but she passed away before. Yeah. Anyway, it's a new bottle, but it says, you can read it. Use only to refill nasal sprayer. Don't use directly on nose. That was from my mother. Like in red, because she'd pick up whatever is nearby her and use it. And I didn't want her to contaminate this bottle. So what I did was I'd go buy these bottles, and then I'd go to the local Dollar Tree and I'd buy any nasal sprayer. This one was not from the Dollar Tree. I don't think they sell Afrinit there. This was from when my mother was having nosebleeds. This is what the surgeon, ear, nose, throat guy told her to use for her nosebleeds. But I don't have any boxes from the bottles that I've used because they're all used. So what I would do is I'd go to the dollar store, local dollar store, and I'd buy one of the nasal sprayers that's like this kind, not the squeezy kind, the old ones that are kind of watery, gooey. It's these kinds. So I'd go and I'd buy one of these with whatever medicine in it at the nasal spray at the dollar store. I would dump out the medicine that was in the nasal sprayer at the dollar store and rinse it out with really hot water, a little bit of detergent, a little, dishwashing and just detergent, and spray it through, rinse it really well with hot water, and then dry it. Then I take a new bottle of this, I open it up, and I pour a little bit in the bottom of the nasal sprayer. So there's like this much in the bottom of the nasal sprayer. And I use that for a few days. A few sprays. And once that's gone, I put a little bit of bleach in a bottle of water, and I shake it and I spray it through that nasal sprayer. So it's bleaching out any bacteria in that nasal sprayer. Then I rinse it with hot water and then let it dry. And then I pour a little bit more from the original bottle. Never use this bottle ever. Pour a little bit more from the original bottle into the nasal sprayer from the dollar store. Use it for a couple more sprayers. And in a couple of days, it's taken care of. It's fabulous product. Absolutely fabulous product. I tell people all the time, I am not good for companies as far as recommending everything that they sell. I am really good at telling what products I like from a company. So I don't know that I would ever have a company want to sponsor me, because I would tell the truth about all of their products and just tell about the ones I like. So these guys have a throat spray. I don't like it. It's not the same. It doesn't work the same. When I couldn't find the nasal spray one time, I bought the throat spray and tried to use it the same way. It didn't work for me the same way. I don't know if it's a different chemical compound. I don't know if there's more of one or another. I don't know if it's more watered down. I don't know what it is, but it did not work the same. So when I see this, because they will only sell to my local health food store in bulk of 10 or something like that. So he doesn't get them all the time because he doesn't want to order 10 items from their store because he's a little town, you know. So when he has this, I grab it. And I always have a couple of boxes of this on hand. Not that I use it a ton, but it always seems like somebody will get sick and I'll just say, here, $10, save your life. Give it to them and then tell them how to go buy the nasal sprayers at the dollar store. And for $1, they can do the whole family. I mean, really, I bought one and wrote names on all of my kids for each one of them so that they'd each have their own bottle. And I could make one of these bottles work for the entire family. So their throat spray product, I don't like as much. I've never really seen it work as great as some other things for the throat. So I don't like that. Not that it may not work for you. It just, I like other things for the throat, but for the sinuses. So like I like GSE for sore throat and illness and natural antibiotic. I don't like their nasal spray. It has like peppermint or something in it, and it burns going in, and I like my eyes are watering and it's painful. I have made my own nasal spray before out of grapefruit seed oil when I didn't have this available. When I was up taking care of my mom, I would just make her a little GSE spray in one of these bottles. But I would much rather have this on hand. It doesn't burn like the other one, and it works fabulously, and it has some better ingredients than just the GSE in it. But it does have GSE in it, so that's its main ingredient. So it does have the GSE, but it also has the olive leaf, which is another natural antibiotic, and the wild indigo and the xylitol. So I really, really love this product. If you have sinusitis, if you have allergies that you can't get the goo out of your sinuses, try that. And see how it works for you. I've, run into lots and lots of people. I've shared this with a lot of people. And it's funny, during cold and flu season, I'll be at the store and somebody's, I got the sinus and their black eyes and they just sound terrible. And I'll share it with them. And it's funny, I'll go to the health food store and try and buy it. And he's like, I've had a run. And I said, I'm sure it's my fault. I send everybody for it. And now I can't get it. So that's why I learned when he has it, I just buy a couple of boxes, or if I'm in a bigger city, I'll run to the health food store and grab it if he doesn't have any and I need it. But now I just kind of keep some on hand for an emergency. But it's a great product and I highly recommend it. I have not tried any other I have tried other nasal sprays, like I said, but I haven't found one that I like as much, and it's gentler than the other ones, but it works. And then I was able to, like I said, by buying my own sprayer, make it work, and it's been great. So if you have sinus problems, or if you have mold in your sinuses, or if you keep getting, ear infections, sinus, people will get pain in their ears and their sinuses and whatever. They can't quite get it cleaned out. These are all great. You can use it for any kind of head cold. It'll help clear it up and any kind of thing like that. But that's how I learned about it, was like these bigger issues. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm sure have a blog on it on my YouTube channel, my blog, thesecretisgratitude.com, and just type nasal spray in the search box at the bottom and up will come that post. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a very blessed day.